Hello, today we're going to look at our Symposium add-on, another great feature from Oxford Abstracts that allows you to deal with those slightly more complicated events where you need a bit more workflow to help you organize things. So in a regular event, people submit abstracts and you as the administrators can group them together into sessions and decide how they're going to be viewed. With the Symposium function, you can allow your submitters to group abstracts and collaborate amongst themselves and create ready-made sessions or symposia that you can slot into your event. So let's have a look at how this works. As you would expect, we have a nice clean layout, and if you order the Symposium add-on from us, you'll have these extra controls here. So this is where we can set up the Symposium submission as an administrator of this event. Over here, we have got some controls which we can show us the link that people will need to submit their symposia to. And here we can edit the Symposium form. So the Symposium form is really an overview of the symposium, and we're going to collect essential information about it, and then we'll attach abstracts to the symposium in a bit. We need the title of the symposium. We can add information like who's the chairs, who are the discussants, and a description. So we can set this up and make sure that this is all working exactly as we expect. Then we have a few other controls which are worth looking at. We have different types of symposium at Oxford Abstracts. So you can set your symposia up so that it's administration only. This means that only the administrators can create a symposium and anybody can add their abstracts to it. Very handy if you've got a preset number of symposia that you want people to apply their abstracts to. Public means that anybody can set up a symposium and anybody can add their abstract to it. So it's a bit of a free-for-all where you can float ideas around, and if I'm, as a submitter, if I think they look interesting, I can submit my abstract to one of those symposia. Private is the most common type. So private symposium is where I submit a symposium, I can attach my own abstracts to it, and I can invite my collaborators to attach their abstracts to it. And this is what we're going to look at now. So we've set up a private symposium. We've created a submission form. We've got some controls here. We can open and close symposium submissions. So this means that people can currently submit the symposium. Attachments means that people can attach their abstracts to the symposium. And invites open mean that people can invite other people. So we've got a private symposium. I'm going to submit my symposium, and then I can invite other people to do so. We can also, if we're using multi-stage, only have the symposium submission for certain stages. So this is great if you've got a more complicated setup, and you've got one stage where you don't want people to be able to collaborate, and another stage where you do. You can set these up separately. So let's have a look at this. This is the administration view, and this is the view as somebody who is submitting to the symposium. So I would log in, I would follow the link, and I would then come to a dashboard where I can see everything that's going on in my symposium. I have submitted a symposium to this conference. It's called a study on the effect of sunlight on the human brain. I can go and edit that symposium if I want. And this is where I've got the form set out, the title, who's chairing it, who are the discussants. I've got a description, and I can also have a category for it. When I submit my symposium, I then get taken to a next stage where I can now say, these are the submissions that have already been attached, and we'll show you how this works in a second. If I had submitted my own abstracts, I could attach them to the symposium, and I can invite other people to attach an abstract to my symposium too. So this is very handy. If I put an email address in here and press invite, they will receive an invitation saying that you've been invited to attach an abstract to somebody else's symposium. When they do that, they'll see details about my symposium and they can then attach their abstracts. And 2 people have done this. These 2 abstracts have been submitted by somebody else and they've been attached to my symposium. Since I am the symposium organizer, I can go in and I can have a look at these. So I can read this abstract, even though it's been submitted by somebody else. As an administrator, you can control exactly what I see. So I'm the symposium organizer here, and I can have a look at this. I can then, if I'm happy with this, that's fine. Or I could contact the submitter and I could say, I'd like to see some changes with that. I also have a few other controls that I can do on my symposium. I go back in and have a look at what's attached to it. I can move the order around, and if I want to, I can remove things from my symposium. So I've got complete control. So at the end of the submission process, we've now got a fully formed symposium with abstracts attached. Switching back, you can look at all the symposia that have been submitted, and we can see here we've got symposium number 1 has got abstract 6 and abstract 5 to it. This is who submitted it. As an administrator, I can click in here. I can see lots of information about the symposium, about the attached abstracts. These are the ones that are already attached. As an administrator, I can attach any other abstract to it. I can drill into the submissions themselves, see exactly what they are, and I can look at the reviews for the symposium. This one hasn't been reviewed yet. Another thing to point out is that when they do go to review, the symposia are reviewed as a single entity. So I can look at the overarching symposium and all the abstracts attached to it. I can give my reviewers a really easy way to see the whole symposium in its entirety. And another big advantage with the symposium add-on is I can then add my symposium to a program, and the symposium and all its abstracts are automatically put into the program. So that's an overview of the symposium feature. The big advantage is that it allows your submitters to collaborate and deliver to you ready-made symposia or sessions with their abstracts attached. You can review those as a single entity and you can put them into your program as a single entity. It's a little bit more complicated, and so if it's not something that you need, then certainly I would advise not to put this extra complexity into your event. But when you do want it, you'll find it's an incredibly useful tool. Thank you very much.